That's crazy. What the fuck? I'm just looking to get the notes. Alright. Holy shit, my boys.
I'm fucking thick.
Y'all boys got so...
Your glass thing on the top of your air base, you gotta move low key, because that thing just rolled.
Yeah, well, I usually don't have motherfuckers slamming into it.
Hold up, let me
I
grab the
wasn't
air base.
gonna split with...
Bro, this thing just dived out, like it almost dipped out of chat.
Damn, the way he almost fucking dipped
Dipped
off
out
the
of chat.
couch.
It's crazy.
Alright, let's go.
Alright, okay. I've got all the fucking... Dude, we've been trying to set up this podcast for 2 hours now.
Yeah,
It shows dedication to quality.
trust me, I've been trying
the
to...
quality is still in it right now. We don't know about that.
Everybody's like, Chase.
If it was perfect, I would
Everybody's
say
like, Chase, you're being weird. Chase, you look so tired. No, I've been trying to carry this fucking vibe for about a fucking hour and a half now.
My vibe was going to turn off. I'm
off.
still here. You'd
When we
be
started-
glad I'm still here.
Oh,
What you're
you
saying.
did not. You lost the vibe, bro. We're gonna have to reel Griffin.
He
back
also, his preface was like, hey yo, let's film it when it's golden hour. We started, he was like, dude, we can't record
No,
right
you
now.
said
It's too
something.
early. We record and it's pitch black.
in.
by
No, it's
to be
not
fair-
pitch black. There's street lights.
To be fair, I did say I wanted to record at night though, because then we get even lighting. So
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
the shout.
Introduce. Let's
It would've
see
been
what
nice.
this is.
Alright, first episode of the official Clock Tower. Is it, first of all, I want to check with you guys.
Tower.
Do we want to go by Clock Tower?
No, I think we should go Clockwork. The Clockwork Podcast.
Clockwork Podcast?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the intro, you gotta say the name, otherwise you don't get an Emmy.
You can't get anything to say the name.
Okay, let me think. Bro, this is the first time we're asking this question.
We could
and
do
we're-
three different options. Ready? Clock, the clock,
The
clock,
Clock Tower.
Clockcast,
The Clock Tower.
Clock Tower. Yeah.
The Clock Tower. Clockwork Podcast.
Yeah.
We could do it.
No, I think we just go Clockwork Podcast. That's easy.
Clock Tower was cool.
Clock Tower.
The Clock Tower.
Yeah, let's do the Clock Tower. Then we can separate it. Clock Tower, Clockwork, separate things. Makes sense.
Yeah, it's still same.
It's the same thing, but
I didn't know I thought it was the Clockwork Podcast. I've been told until now, and we've talked about this for literally.
I did pitch to Skyler years ago. Clock Tower Podcast.
Bro, you just cut me off, bro. But we've been talking about this for like 4 years, and for 4 years,
Yeah.
swear to God, you guys have every step of the way told me it would be Clockwork
I did.
Podcast, and here we are.
I've been lying to you.
Changing the name last
in the
second.
intro. In the intro, being like Clock Tower. Which
I-
honestly, I think sounds good.
I think Clock Tower. Clock Tower.
I don't think anybody understands how baffling that I've been listening to the same bullshit for four fucking years, and literally as we started in the last
I've been telling
second, he
Sky this
says,
though
you
for
know
years."
what? Let's switch it
To be
up.
fair, I've been telling Sky this for years.
Bro flew out with the mindset, I'm about to film a Clockwork Podcast.
Straight up.
Bro,
You're
so
on the
true.
Clock Tower Podcast.
Oh, I don't know if it's rage bait at this point. All right.
Back when we used to do.
You know what?
Clockwork.
I'm literally just thinking about the intros we can have with this, the pictures we can have with this.
The Clock Tower
So,
star.
Yeah.
so welcome to the Clock Tower Podcast. I'll accept
The
it.
official intro. I have one, and I have one planned, and I have a little intro to introduce each one of you guys.
No, you don't.
And I don't know if you guys are going to be happy about this, but I have an intro. And I've been
Sure.
planning this for about a week now. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Introducing to the Clockwork.
Oh wow! Look at where we're at.
I
Going
thought
back
it was
and
the Clock
forth.
Tower Podcast.
Is the Clock Tower Podcast presented by Clockwork? We're just not going to get
You know,
confusing
it's
at all.
funny. They're twins, but Griffin still talks out of both sides of his mouth.
He says Clockwork and Clock Tower interchangeably.
It is whatever the fuck it is. The Clock Tower Podcast. We have Chase and Skyler and Griffin. Dude, setting up his thing has made me lose brain cells. I want to fucking take a toaster bath after said, can I do this? No, I've got the intro. I'm telling you right now, I got the intro. I just need to lock in.
So we got Griffin, who's like originally like the guy that came up with Clockwork, because he
Tower.
approached me when we don't confuse them.
I came up with both, okay? Let's just be real.
Let's not confuse them. No, he came up with Clockwork. We were playing a lot of games, and people kept like joining. We kept joining other people's Discords, and then no one would ever rejoin that Discord. We would go there and we would just click off of it and exit.
Yeah, it's like a one-day visit. You're staying at like basically a hotel.
Yeah, and then you leave, and we're
For
like,
gaming.
what if we instead created this community where people could like stick around and actually enjoy the time? And we started going to the point where we had like 5 different calls of people just playing different lobbies of CS:GO at one time.
Yeah, it's like CS:GO and sometimes like Apex, and people would go off and play Rocket League or whatever.
Yeah.
The Clockwork actually started 4 years before that in a freshman class, a robotics class,
Yeah.
with a old homie of ours named Omar. We'd play a game called Vainglory, and then at the time there's guilds, and the guilds mattered a lot because it's actually easier to like play with your guild teammates, and there's special guild queues and shit. So we used to run I've made my own guild called Clockwork back then, and it was based off an in-game item in Vainglory.
I almost forgot that so Vainglory for you and everyone else that doesn't know what this game is.
It's like a 3v3 League of Legends.
It's a 3v3 League of Legends where you play with a joystick on your like phone. It's a MOBA
it's an iPhone
that
game,
you're playing with on your phone, and the buttons are like so small, and you're like tipping like with the fingertips like all the different buttons. But we should show up that little logo, and it was like a little clock logo, and the item was accelerating your special move speed, and it resonated with us for some reason.
No, because I like idioms, and Clockwork, just like Clockwork, is an idiom.
Okay.
So it's like, to me, it's just like, I don't know, something about idioms are just fire. But that's why Clockwork was created so long ago.
So we had the Vainglory Guild.
Yeah.
Then 6 years later, we created a community. Ran up esports for a little bit. Met this dude on a random CS:GO game.
And then they drop it completely. Gone for 2 years.
Building Icarus.
We were
gone
doing good
for
shit.
2 years.
We were focused on work.
And then consistently for like those 2 years, every time I saw him, I was like, damn, can't believe you guys like let Clockwork go. Can't believe you guys are just like not using Clockwork. And they're like, oh, we'll get back to it. And I'm like, well, you better get back to it sooner than later.
Yeah. The part to me that kind of like what made us go back to Clockwork was the fact that Clockwork actually lost its soul, kind of, because we had the closed group, friend group, right? It was Clockwork Friends. That eventually then turned into what was called the Round Table, because we didn't want to join the public calls anymore. When we kind of isolated ourselves, not only did that kind of kill the overall community, 100%. But it also, when those people leave from the tight call, it becomes weird, because if 3 people drop off, that's 30% of the group. You know what I mean? Like it becomes really impactful when people just don't play games or go to college or whatever, or just busier with your job. It becomes more difficult to like set up those like group.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Each person we met though was in a pinnacle moment in their life. Like you have to think about.
Well, it's COVID.
Goonky and everyone else, we were all like infatuated with his online presence at the time.
I could feel his aura before he said it.
Dude, Goonky's username might be one of the like most creative usernames I've ever. That username I'll remember to the day I die.
Yeah, I
that
actually,
is awesome.
When I call him his real name, it feels weird. I prefer calling him Goonky.
It's one of those names that like you tell other people and they're like, what the fuck are you?
Wait, what did you just say to me? What did you just call me? And I'm like, no, it's his name.
We gotta explain it, yeah. And somehow that's better than his real name, which I'm not.
But anyway, so when I run into circles, I was like thinking about it, and like every single person was in a pinnacle moment of their life where we all had an excess amount of free time, but we're all really motivated. So it created this spark of energy and enthusiasm about this group that was like infatuating with everyone else a part of it. And the unfortunate part is then real life catches up after COVID and post-pandemic, where everyone has to actually start showing up to their jobs and stuff like that, and it just slowed down everything.
Yeah, classes weren't online. Classes were in person. School, like your work wasn't online. It was in person.
How many people did we have that was in a Zoom call, in a game with us, in a voice call, while also on a Zoom call for their class? It was like everyone was doing other things and while also participating. But I'm really happy we brought it back. The biggest thing when we bring this back, though, is how do we want to carry on that legacy, but also keep the originality that the original group had, is my biggest point. Because, like, when we're moving forward, I want to regrow that community to be something new, but I also want to keep that, like, fun and that enthusiasm that we originally had back in the day. Because that's, like, why I love Clockwork.
And I was just there.
Well, Chase, we bumped into in a CSGO game, but we also bumped into, like, Enzo, Goonky, there's like a fucking handful of people that
Steezing I met because I did that follow-a-thon and I was doing the live stream.
There's too much aura in these first minutes.
Bro dropped a 50 kill game in Flying Scoutsman. Someone in my chat was like, you gotta play Flying Scoutsman, and I'm like, I'll join this game mode I've never played before. And I run into Steezing off of that and send him a server invite.
I remember that.
The connections that we've randomly gathered is like is such an incredibly low odds of meeting all these people in these exact situations, like you, for example. So
tell them the story about me then.
yeah.
Well, so me and Skyler are queuing.
Dust 2.
Yeah, Dust 2 like usual. Back in CS:GO days, we would play like 4 maps: Nuke, Dust 2, Mirage, and Cash.
No.
I don't even know what the we played one of the.
No, you guys.
We didn't play
no,
Vertigo.
I'm pretty sure we met on. I'm pretty sure we met on a cash game.
No, we met on Dust.
Dust. I have the.
We were
videos.
in
I have
CT.
videos.
We were in CT spawn.
You have videos?
CT
I have the original.
Yeah, of us meeting. Yeah.
So I used to stream every single game, and I used to have the original VOD files. I have clips of you when I first met you inside.
We also have clips the first time we met Austin.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Austin and Reno, because it was Reno.
So I met Reno first, trick shotter.
Yeah.
Next lobby, I joined Reno.
He's like, "Hey, can I add my friend?" And yeah, Goonky joined. Yeah.
Goonky joined the chat, and I was like, "What the fuck is your name, Goonky?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "It's just a name I came up with." And I was like,
Yeah.
"I'm friending you."
Well, I can't lie. The way I met him was probably the most disrespectful way possible.
What? How?
Because the way you guys wanted to be friends with me is just because I sounded like somebody that, oh my god,
Oh, we
we can't stand now.
We won't say the Voldemort's name, but there was an individual who is not that bad, but he's just kind of weird. But
Oh no,
Chase's
it's that bad.
mic was so awful that
Yeah.
he sounded like just anyone with that mic. Like the mic had no tone to it, no like
Yeah.
audio definition. I think if I used that same mic, I would have also sounded like him. Like
Yeah,
it was just
It sounded
was-
like you were
was
using
the
a
blue-
snowball.
yeah. I was gonna say it's the Blue Yeti snowball fucking effect.
It's the
like,
circle mic, yeah.
everyone kind of sounds the same on that. We added you. You're like, there's no way. And then I remember that your reaction to that was like, instead of just being like, oh cool, whatever, you were like, no, I gotta hear this guy. And you were like, oh, energetic or whatever. And I was like, nah, this guy's vibes. I like this guy.
Yeah.
And at the time, we were running it with Unity. And so I was.
Oh
that's what-
yeah.
So we had Unity.
too. Aura from Unity. Unity, shout out to you. You're
So
my goth baby.
We had Luther. So it was Luther originally. Luther is like. To me, probably like one of the people that don't really like to extend friendship easily. So the fact that he extended friendship
Dropping
so
name is
easily is
crazy.
awesome. No, he publicly goes
He
by.
publicly puts it on. Also, by the way, on top of that, random side story. Didn't you save Luther how much money in Bitcoin?
I saved
year
Luther
later.
like it's like 150K or whatever.
Out of Bitcoin because Bitcoin.
That was
got
the truth.
hacked.
That was when it was what it was worth 3 years ago. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
Bitcoin's fucked because of that fucking open market. Anybody can see where your shit goes.
Well, I had to sign into his iCloud because he lost his phone at a rave, and his fucking only account was on the back of the wallet. The Bitcoin wallet was on the back of his phone, and he completely lost all of it.
Yo, shout out Dark
was
Web
awful.
Diaries.
You
Fucking
just-
love that
You
podcast.
talk about Dark Web Diary like pretty often. If you
This
just
is the
be
first
around
time I've
Chase-
heard about it, so you cannot talk
Chase
about it.
talks to
Oh,
me
I
about
talk
it
about it frequently.
so.
I just don't think you understand the things that I would say or bring up.
Got you.
Because
It's
some of
also
them
late
are
at night.
Really
You
deep
get him
and
late at
nerdy.
night.
Hmm.
Late at night, he's talking about it. So the reason why I think Clockwork has now found its place 2 years later is because we actually learned a lot about not only YouTube but also like what we wanted to do with our futures. You know,
Yeah.
like I think we all had a big developmental growth, whether or not it was you with work and finding where you wanted to be in your life. Because I know you had a lot of crazy shit going on at the time. I remember those days. I'm not gonna say anything unless you want me to. But then also I remember that Sky at the time, like he just started a relationship back then. Like he was focusing on the other YouTube channel, and I also just think naturally, like I kind of stopped playing games as much.
Dude, same. I took like a year and a half break.
Yeah, I lived out of my car.
Yeah.
So we all,
Yeah.
he was living out of his car. We would literally see him in Discord maybe once a week, and that was about it. And I
Once
was-
a week is
No.
old. No, it was like once every 6 months.
No,
And
no.
that was because I remember I showed up like
Oh.
twice in 1 year.
He would call me on my cell phone more than he would join Discord.
I'm probably just linking any interaction I've ever had with you as both. So
You call me on my phone like once a month.
Yeah,
I
that's
messaged
true.
him on Discord. I never used his phone number. I always would hit him up on Discord because I do it on my computer.
But yeah, I'd just be chilling in my car. Shout out my boy Zach. Love you, Zach. You really helped out. But fucking, I'd be chilling outside of my boy's place, and I'd just be up in the mountains. I'd be like, damn, miss the boys from the Big M. Gotta check in with the Big M.
I hate
So
that.
then-
If you guys seen that video is fucking awful.
You gotta
It's
check
the
in with the
least
Big M.
accurate like Minnesota representation ever.
Yeah.
It gives all of Minnesota a bad name. I don't care what section he's naming, it's a bad name.
Didn't he move though? He didn't move to like.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he did.
I ain't
He
keeping-
was like,
I ain't keeping up to
You
that.
got to check in at Grand Forks.
Yeah.
He said, I'm like, dude.
Wait,
You
he
can't check
kept
it everywhere.
He kept the same bit.
He kept the same
Yeah.
position, but instead switched it to
he said, just moved to Iowa, a real gang banging
That's-
state.
That's the same as like Little Pump in 2025 going Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
Bro, I don't
4
know.
racks on new chain.
I don't know. It's low key different because he's just funny about it. He
Agreed.
picks the most suburbs
Yeah.
of suburbs, and he tries to make like those suburbs seem more intense.
The one reason why I actually enjoy his content is only because you know it's satire, but it seems like he's so dedicated to the bit. He believes
I don't know
what
it's
he's
satire.
saying is what he's saying.
I don't know. It's satire. I'm gonna be real.
But that's the thing is, it's so good that it feels like as if he really believes that you're like, you gotta check him.
See, no, like there's satire like
Comedy?
shit that sucks.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like, whoa, why would you even joke about that? But that, bro, he's
He plays
trying
the
to
character.
like at the same time,
Yeah.
I don't know the areas that he goes to, but I feel like he's just rating a suburb by
Yeah.
how suburb it is as he's rating it.
It's just a distance scale. Basically.
Yeah, it's like,
I got you.
but he's trying to make it sound like it's more
Yeah.
like it's a gang banging place, and he's like,
Hood.
yeah,
It's like even more white and more suburbs. It's like, yeah, nah,
The guy
you
talked
gotta
about
check in.
strip mall center as like a fucking scary place. It's like it's just strip malls.
it's
Like,
just true.
it's 70% of that fucking place.
You
is
gotta
strip
check
malls.
in, bro. Edina. You gotta check in, bro. We repping Edina, the Big E.
That's like being like, ooh man, Egan. Have you guys been there yet?
Hey, well, just
That's
remember,
crazy.
if you come into the Big M,
check in.
Check in with your boy. He's the new guy, actually. He's the new
hey,
representative.
when you come into the Big M, don't fuck around.
I'm putting your
type
face on a
shit.
shirt and saying you gotta check in, Big
Yeah.
M.
But okay, going back to the original thing, I think that with now where we have found, I also think that we know more about like what we want to do with the IRL content, but also like because like gaming is fun, right? But gaming
There's
in
a cap.
YouTube is going down, right? Like I think overall we've also seen this in the even esports. Esports prize pools used to be millions of dollars. Now it's back down to 100K, right? Sponsorships are pulling out of almost all these major teams. A lot of these teams now are funded by cryptos and the online gambling casinos. So I just think in general, like gaming has had a peak, and also same with Twitch viewership, right? Like yes, Kai is popping right now, but he's not a gamer. Like he plays like marathon streams, but he's not like a
See,
Tyler One. You know?
I agree, but I think the real thing is people are just overplaying their games, and I think that's the thing that it comes down to, because like there's clear days where like we have no enjoyment in a game, and it's like,
Oh, yeah.
maybe it's time to reconsider if we play that game. And like even when you have that first moment with the game, maybe you should reconsider making content with the game.
100%.
And like at the end of the day, if you're having fun while making content, and like it's truly like your peak enjoyment,
Yeah.
you're
That's a dream.
always gonna create great
Yeah,
content.
that's a dream. Because it doesn't feel like work. It
Always.
just feels like you're having
Like
fun.
Yeah.
look at Jinxie. He literally got a dead game twice.
Yeah.
Shout out Jinxie for reviving the Clash games. Clash games, I love the
Genuine.
Clash games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But fucking yeah, he literally took Rainbow Six, and it's not even that he like
Yeah.
it was a great game. It's not even like
No,
they were
no.
fixing the game. They were
They
getting
hadn't
dogged
updated the
on-
game in
Yeah.
years, bro.
No, they were getting dogged on every update they
Yeah.
came out with. Like, what are you guys doing? And then one day, this kid that enjoyed the game was like, "Yeah, I enjoy it," and all the fans were just like, "Oh shit!"
I used
You
to play
know
that
me
game. Let me
too.
watch him play.
Yeah,
it.
bro.
I also think that we haven't necessarily had like a big spike game because there was a bunch of games that kind of popped off in a row. 2020, you had Warzone. 2021, 2022, you had Among Us. So I think there's these like titles that like kind of pop off that is community-based games that kind of like grow in space.
Yo, hot take, but who else?
What good
feels-
games came out?
No, just like who else feels weird that Among Us was like a top game for a while? I don't know. There's
No.
something about it.
I think you
There's
got normies that
Streamer content
had no
and
time.
normies, and it was all kids. Like it's the same thing with like Agario. Do you remember that like circle game? where you, like-
Agario was fire.
That's what I'm saying though. Is it's the same wave and it's the
No,
same
but, like-
audience that
but,
got
like,
those.
Agario was actually like a good game, and like
Yeah.
there was actually like strategy to it.
But we played that with our dad. Our dad doesn't play video games. He would
Yeah,
hop on us with Agario.
He would ask us to play Agario, and we would try to all get into the same lobby,
so
and then we would feed. We
Yeah.
would do feeding groups where we would have two people feed into one.
The snake game, not the one where you pick up apples, but the one where you grow bigger and you have to hit the front of them, and then they blow up, and then you can pick up their body.
Snake.io.
Yeah, bro. Snake.io, that shit was the best.
Slither.io is what it was called.
Oh, it might actually be that. Either way,
there's a lot of them.
The biggest thing about it was every single time there was a peak game, it would create, I think, a temporary audience in it. But all of those people are not actually going to stick around to enjoy the content of it, and so the content that was getting pumped out of it wasn't as enjoyable, I think, because they were just doing it because they knew the viewers wanted to watch it, not because they gave it.
Yo, something nobody wants to talk about. You know why early day gaming when you were a kid was so good? Where you just used like online sites and stuff?
Yeah, 100%.
Is when you got addicted to a game. It wasn't a game. You got addicted to a whole site. And that whole site had thousands of games.
Yeah.
So that was the difference. Like nowadays, it's like you're addicted to Call of Duty. You're only addicted to Call of Duty. When you buy an Xbox, it's not like you have infinite potential. There's so many games that you don't want to play. But when you were on like addicting games or like mini clip.
Yeah.
Like
Race 3 on whatever game.
Yeah, you'll play Race 3, but then at the second moment, without even downloading, you hop on fucking Mamma Mia's Pizzeria, and you're fucking dishing out pizzas, and then the next moment you're playing the Impossible Break game without downloading, and it's just like...
Could you argue the fact that the websites with all these different games on it is basically just what Steam is? With different games on it?
Yeah, except for the issue though.
And I'd love to say that, but you can't say that when you can just enter a game freely at your own will whenever.
The greatest part of it is there's not a barrier of entry. So like it's not like I have the Blizzard like the game launcher and I'm open.
Or you have to purchase it.
Yeah, I'm going through every Blizzard game. There's barrier of entries. Half of those games are paid for. The other half are so large I can't run it on my PC. The barrier of entry was so low. Anyone could click on any tab.
And you know why it's also whack? You know why it's also like the point when browser games took a fall is when they literally had internal browser payment for games. You had to pay for certain games in the browser.
Raze 8 was the first one where you had to pay for certain upgrades, and then someone could get a bazooka and just wipe out the entire map, and I'm like, it's pay to win.
Raze was like one of my favorite games growing up.
And then like the Run series in Addicting Games, great series. But then when you wanted to like do the roller skating one and this other one, in the original days, you had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Well, I think that was also like just a huge thing in like late 2000s, like 10s, you know, or like from like 2008 to 2012 was just like the microtransactions, like
but that's the thing. That's the thing that killed it, and that's why I can't compare Steam, because Steam really blew up after like all that and was like fully accepted as like, oh shit, we're gonna like. Why the fuck would I play a browser game when I'm still gonna have to pay for half of the shit? 100%. Like, that's why Roblox is so good, because you really can hop into whatever game.
I'm the only person that doesn't get Roblox. Like, I've never installed it. I've never played it. I can't. I refuse to.
I think that's just us being older.
I'm not in
that's the issue.
I'm not on that train. What the fuck?
Because I know there's like really high quality mini games inside of there. There's like such like a photorealistic COD that you can play inside of.
Yeah,
Roblox,
but the thing you need to understand is that's just the programmers and how detailed they got with creating the models that they made.
Also, so you could get that detail inside of the game. So it was a game that was so customizable, you could make it another game inside of that game. It's so good and looks so close. Mm-hmm. But to me, it just felt like everything was an off-brand version of it. It felt like you were...
Well, yeah, of course it's an off-brand version.
But you also have to think of phone apps. And like the younger generation go from phone apps to Roblox.
That's
to
like the introductory
those
period,
hard mechanics, like, oh my gosh, it's reacting to every millisecond and all that.
Wizard 101, Flappy Bird.
Exactly.
Well, it's because it's like how to aim though and shit. Like it changes a lot from phone.
Exactly, but you also have to think like it started with Clash of Clans. You were just thugging it out on a base.
Yeah.
It started with like.
Again, never played it. I just couldn't get into it. People already had such good bases back in 2012 when I started. I was like, yeah, the barrier of entry. It feels like whenever you hop into your first league game, you're like,
but it was like
stunting on me.
But it was like Clash of Clans. It was like cut rope. It was like all that shit. It was like so simple, so easy. no real hard mechanics. It's really just timing, and you're just like, oh, I do this, then this here,
I mean,
that there. But like once you get to Roblox, then it's like the same clanky mechanics, because even back when we were growing up, the mechanics of video games were still very clanky.
I think it creates for a worse gaming experience now though, because everyone has such a high expectation, and the things that are popular are so popular that there isn't room or elevation for a game to feel clunky and then later get upgraded. You won't get a player base.
Think back to, for example, like Asphalt 8. Me and Sky used to play a bunch of Asphalt 8. When we think about Asphalt 8 now, we thought at the time it was really competitive racing. That shit was basics. That is not. There was no like competitive aspect to that, and there was no like really skill aspect to it. You were stuck in the course. You couldn't even go off course most of the time, unless you hit a jump crazy. Then maybe you could. But like the game is simple. But back then it felt crazy hard, right? Then you up it to a game like Minecraft. I think there was like a reason why Minecraft at the time blew up as much as it was, because there was so much learning you had to do. You had to learn about the nether. You had to learn about how to finish the game. You'd watch tutorials on it. Asphalt 8, you're not doing any of that. You're just playing the game.
But you know why Minecraft went so far? Was because of those clanky mechanics.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
It was so user-friendly for the newer base. And like at the end of the day, like I played Sly Cooper as a kid on the PS2, and that game was very intricate. Like you could pickpocket people, you could like do missions, you could fight the random NPCs everywhere. Like it was a typical Souls game, just like styled as GTA. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I loved about Sly Cooper. But it was still clanky. It was still like an early 2000s game,
100%.
And like we're not getting new shit like that.
But that's the thing. Is like
everything has to be too polished.
You have to think about young kids though. Like I'm going from playing what's that new Clash game where it's like the 3-lane system? It's kind of like League of Legends. Brawlers. Yeah, Brawl Stars. That's what.
That's on the phone. Yeah, sorry, I don't know the phone ones.
Brawl Stars is a great representation. It's like if you get obsessed with Brawl Stars, your transfer into League of Legends when you grow up is pretty quick.
Well, I thought that was going to be easy with Vainglory, because Vainglory was like buying items. It was very specific, like weapon moves. But then when I hop into League, I feel like a fish out of water, because back then, people had 6 years of experience on my ass, and I'm over here floundering. And on top of that, then I'm thinking back, and now I'm like, okay, now if I join it, there's 20 years of barrier on top of me that I have to overcome. So I think the barrier of entry on like the really high skill games are too high, but then there's also not those like clunkier feeling games coming out anymore, because every game has to meet this expectation.
See, that's also why I think CSGO has approached it really well with premier, competitive, then casual, because you can really get casual with casual where you can go brain dead.
15-15 is crazy.
Literally. You know what I'm saying?
There should not be that many people on a map.
Straight up. And then like you can play competitive, and competitive is a whole different league, because it's like you can try, but you still really don't have to try. It's for those people that want to try but don't really want to.
You don't want to have people throwing, and you want to have 5v5.
Exactly.
But you don't want to sweat.
Yeah, exactly. But then you join Premier, and Premier, you're just locked in.
Bro, everyone, if you don't
Premier's
get call
locked
outs,
in.
they're like, okay, no call second round, throwing. Like, it's instant.
But the other thing is, I like Premier because I love making motherfuckers crash out. Like, how you finna sweat that hard?
Over video.
But let me get under your skin that easy.
Well, I also think that like
CSGO has had the same mechanics though for how long? Even in CS2, the mechanics are the same as CSGO 1, so it still feels like those original early 2010 games, but it's polished and looks good.
CS has been around for
a new one.
For 25 years now.
Shout out my B-Hop community. All three of us understand how fucked it got.
I thought you were gonna say big up gaming.
No, shout out the
Lord
B-Hop
Gaming.
community. We all got fucked with CS2.
Yeah, we did.
CS2
the movement on CS2 feels so clunky.
It ruined trick shotting.
Yeah.
I will say you can do it. Mosey's good at it, but I'm not.
Stripe is good at it.
But the skill now is so much higher, and it's not even like, oh damn it, you still hit it. It's like, no, it will just randomly not work. You'll do the inputs 100% correctly, it'll still just not work.
Well, there was a fix for it. There was the keybinds that you could do. And they took the keybinds. So they're even like, when people figure out a way to make it feel like CSGO 1, they
just
run it back and they're like, nope, we're gonna play it like CSGO 2, which is. I wish they would have at least kept keybinds, because then the people that do care about the mechanic, they could feel it the same way they could feel in CSGO.
I also think like Valorant came out, right? Same mechanics as CSGO, and it did just as well. I think because of the fact it just built off of you didn't have to learn new mechanics. I mean, you did with abilities, but that's Overwatch. Like if you played Overwatch and CS:GO, it's just you combine the two. So there's no new mechanics. It's done in a new way, but there's no new mechanics, right?
Also, the graphics are like incredible. Like I don't like Valorant, but I'll watch a Valorant montage because of how good the quality.
Yeah, but
It's
I
just
think
colorful.
Valorant montages are so good is because they can distort the color to a way where it looks more beautiful. But when I'm playing that game base, I'm like, gosh, can I look at this for
But
too
even
much
when I
longer?
do CS:GO edits,
It's intense. It's overstimulating, is what it is. Yeah.
And like I'm hard to overstimulate, but I'll play fucking Valorant, bro. By round 8, I'm like, God.
Well, back to microtransactions. You know, you buy a USPS in Valorant, you're spending $40 on that USPS. That shit's not even tradable. You can't even sell it if you wanted to.
it's stuck on your inventory. And
But-
if you sell your account and they find out you sold your account,
You just get deleted.
Yo, and to every game developer out there, like, you are fucking up if you don't open a marketplace for your store.
Yeah. Well, also you're making the money on coming out with that skin. However many of the skins drop, if they can get traded, let's just say a third of them gets traded in the next year, right? You're making a third more of the money than you would have when you originally sold it. So like you're making back return on investment just from passively taking out profits from when people relist that item. And if that item goes from $3 to $1,000, you're making from your original sale, which was your $3 sale, to $1,000, what, 1% or 2% of $1,000.
Well, you want to know something crazy about this? Steam recently came out with their end of year analytics, and I'm pretty sure that their entire employee, we can fact check this, but I'm pretty sure it's something like 250. They have 250 employees total. 90 of them are multi-millionaires. The amount of money that's generated per employee is like 100 million per employee. It's like 90 million something per employee. It's basically
That's
100 million
insane.
per employee. Is how much money they're generating.
But the reason I say it's like such a miss is because we're talking about microtransactions.
Yeah.
You want to talk about 3-cent transactions every day? You want to talk about $1.50 transaction every day? You want to talk about $30 transactions every day, $20 transactions every day? It depends on how many.
It's different.
I mean, I guess so, but it's really based off of how many skins you decide to come out with on a daily basis
100%.
or every year. You know.
But also, they didn't shut down Skinport because they don't. If you sell in the community market, they take a portion, right? They take the community fee thing, right? But if you sell in Skinport, right, they don't take that portion. The reason why they don't deal with that shit is just because they're making so much money. They don't need it.
It's also
No, they don't need the money, but also the difference of the in-game transactions. When you do an in-game transaction, you're giving the company money to receive something in-game temporarily.
Yeah.
But you can't undo that transaction. Versus buying a skin, I can buy a $40 skin and in a month flip it back to $40.
It was the original crypto.
See, but that's the thing is, at the same time, they've taken the consideration that all those microtransactions are not going to pay for a lawsuit that large with fucking millions of dollars in play. So they knew that shit was stupid. So that's why they made that API token that you can put on sites so you can sell shit through your Steam wallet. And I'm going to tell you right now that API token is fucking huge for the Steam market.
Well, there was a whole breakdown of like people duping skins. There was a scandal that they were coming out with, like people duping skins.
Well, you trade it, say you got hacked, and it would already been traded a couple accounts away, and at that point, it's like kind of lost.
So there was the whole breakdown of it, and then they like investigated. There was like a 3-part series. I wish I remember the title of it, but it was a 3-part series investigating CS:GO scandals.
2016, 2017.
Yeah, CS:GO rolled all the 3 major people. Every single one of those people got cease and desist from CS:GO, but CS:GO never followed through with it because they did the calculation of how much they earned because of the traffic and the profit they're getting from roll. They're making way more bank letting these offshore gambling casinos exist by raking in the money on the return on investment later. Like they're letting that happen and being complicit in it because it's growing their game.
I also think that the reason why skins in CS:GO have done so well historically is also because the game is kind of more dull in colors. So the gun is so much higher contrast. That is your bright thing on your screen.
Because Valorant,
everything's bright on the screen.
And I hate to say it,
the
main reason why it's such a miss if you don't do it is because, just like you said, that casino market, you're talking about wanting to keep player retention.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, if you got invested into it,
No, I mean, holy fuck. Get a man who's addicted to gambling. Oh, that man will play CS:GO. He will be there at every drop. He will pay money for every new drop. He will try to get the best things. I don't even know what he's talking about. Just so we know, CS:GO, send me a long drop, please.
Who
Please
here
send
has
me a long
opened up
dog.
a case and received a knife?
I've opened
Yeah.
less than 20 cases total.
I'm the only person here that's never opened up
We
a case.
will never
and got
talk
a knife.
about the gambling journey.
The amount of
that
cases this
past.
man has
That was
opened.
terrible.
Terrible.
Austin, you would
Griffin
rip
should
this.
have never told me to do that.
He was condoning it
I'm
in
not
a way by saying, "I know
I'm
you're
a
gonna lose
fucking-
money, but if you will enjoy it, you should do it." And you're like, "I'm gonna enjoy it."
When did I ever say this? The other you were just straight lying.
All I remember is Griffin said, "Yo, trade that $1,000 away." And
I
said,
literally
"Okay,
was the only
Griffin."
person. Everyone else was like, Chase,
Gun to
Chase
my
gambling.
head. He was in Minnesota. I was in Colorado. Gun to my head. I was like, "Whoa!"
This is the last one. I'm taking
Through
a toaster
Discord
bath
call.
after today, guys. I'm not doing this.
So
This is rage bait. I can't do this.
we're talking about CS:GO, but one of the things that we have on our channel is a lot of CS:GO montages and skins and sticker combos. It's something that we've been super passionate about in the past.
So why? Yeah, I guess the question that the people would be asking is
Why do we post it?
why do we post so many sticker crafts? Why do we post the montages?
They do well.
Yeah.
Okay, that is
That-
not the fucking answer. That's not even close to why
Well,
we started
he's like,
posting.
he's like,
That's
we're
weird.
in for the
Montages we would do out of love, right? The sticker crafts we do
Yeah.
because they do well. It's the same game. It's the same. People are usually interested if they're interested in one in the other.
Wait, pause.
But
You and me have had.
we just have crazy sticker crafts.
Pause. You and me have had stickers on our guns every time since 2012 when we had our original guns back in the
Y'all
day.
want to know my favorite
So-
sticker craft videos? Fucking emerald green sticker craft video with the dragon sticker craft. I
Yeah.
have that sticker craft.
Yeah.
And the glitch paint sticker craft video. And if you somehow find my Steam account, you can see that sticker craft.
Well,
You know, the crazy part though is sometimes inside of the games, the amount of people that would say, "Yo, I like that craft," to the point where we originally made it because I was doing funny moments, I was doing montages,
yeah.
and I'm like, "Wow, I already have the player base of CS:GO. This guy is complimenting it. Other people would also enjoy that," which is why I did the
Well,
original one.
I remember watching back in the day. I'm pretty sure his name is Mick Skillet. Is that the guy?
Yeah, the one that drove.
Yeah, the McLaren. We're not going to talk about how controversial character, but he used to do these pattern-based skin videos because I was really into the pattern-based stuff,
Yeah.
and so you would watch, like,
one
for
of
example,
100 patterns.
yeah. Well, let's just say there's like 50,000 skins in the world. There's 1,000 patterns, and whatever it means that there's like 50 of each one. In theory, if it's perfectly split,
Yeah.
50 of those pattern. It just means there's 50 of this like perfect, I don't know, Phoenix or whatever, versus all the other ones have a cutoff pattern. It's basically just randomized on the gun. There's a perfect placement. That's one's worth more naturally. And like that really got me interested in that type of video. And like the different little Easter eggs, for example, like with the toy soldier, it's worn battle scarred. You see like the original Toy Story, like, you know, little guys with the toy soldiers. You see them
That's
like
sick,
scratch into it. Like shit like that to me was cool back then because like it's a hidden little feature and like I don't know, that makes to me, even if people look at it and they don't even fucking care about it, it's like to me it's cool because
Yeah.
it's
They get more thought than just simple like.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. I know you guys probably want to hear about this, but I want to transfer this from that point to a perfect conversation.
Yeah.
Yo, what Nintendo is doing to the Switch 2 is fucking stupid.
What makes
The
it-
reason,
No one's happy.
The reason CS:GO is such a good game and has kept Steam so fucking profitable is because they personalize each person to the very skin they unbox. But the fact
there's
that
the
you're
item ID,
taking
yeah.
the ability to fucking have control and have ownership over your own device when the Switch 2 comes out is just
Wait, I'm so
so
confused.
fucking stupid.
I haven't heard about
The
this.
Switch,
I'm the only
the
person that
Switch
hasn't-
2, they're saying that even though you buy it, you are not allowed to modify it.
Your
If
Switch
you
versus-
modify your Switch 2 that you bought from Nintendo Switch and
they
they
switch a controller, or are we talking about
No,
going
the
on
whole
inside?
No,
console.
The whole console.
if you do anything
Yeah.
to the console, they can access your console, see that you
Yeah,
did something,
shut it
and
off.
completely shut off your Switch
Yeah.
2. And you will
Is it
never.
because of hackers? Why
No,
did they do
so-
this?
No,
this
just
is-
for any modification. So if you try to get free games from the store, instantly shutting your
I get
Switch.
that.
This is the issue is that in America we have the right to repair. It means that if my phone breaks, right,
Yeah.
I'm allowed to fix it if I want to.
Yeah.
That is my right
Because
to repair.
otherwise there's a monopoly on the said thing.
That's
It's the same
exactly
reason
it.
for cars.
The exact same thing for cars.
But let's talk about
No,
cars
but
real quick.
the reason-
how do you can't even do the flashes. You
No,
break
but the
down.
reason the store thing I brought up the store thing is because that this also brings into play even their older games. So if you wanted to bring up like an old Nintendo game and try to modify it onto your console, they will call that for the same thing as like trying to get free games off the store.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So they'll shut down your console for that.
I think if you're grabbing things that you already had access to, there isn't an issue. If you're getting access to things you shouldn't have access to, typically, I think that's an issue.
Well, most people that modify their like new devices, they're usually just trying to give a modification so they can pick up an old game that they never want to drop, and they just want to put it on their console. But if I
they
can't
play that console,
exactly. But if I can't continue my game in Pokemon Black, bitch, I'ma be fucking pissed.
Well, so there's of course like the modder community that would that affects it quite often, but also like people would do like custom skins for like Mario Kart and shit.
Yes.
And I think that like
I thought it was
you
kinda
letting
tight though. Whenever I saw that, it felt more like
but the
Roblox
thing
or
is,
something
they
like
hate
that.
how people are modifying and personal. Bro, that has to be
sucks,
it.
yeah.
they want to
Well,
control.
also, it's like how Ferrari says, like, if you cover over the Ferrari banner, you make any modifications to it,
Yeah,
you're
well, that's
debranding
blacklist
it.
you, yeah.
So, like, if you're modifying Princess Peach to be whatever, like a version of it, like Black Widow or whatever, you're you're getting rid of their character, their licensing, their imagery. You're getting rid of.
You could hurt their brand.
Which I think is so asinine that people have like such a.
It'll hurt their brand. Look at. But we'll leave that. We'll leave that.
I don't think we can encourage people to go to.
It is what it is.
Hey, that's evidence, though. Just so we know.
I think that with digital assets, this is like my final statement on this: is that if it's something that you buy physically, you should be able to affect that physical thing as much as you want, right? That's what I say, right? If you are buying a game. Yeah, you shouldn't be able to edit. Like, for example, if I buy CSGO, right, the Prime, I shouldn't be able to edit the thing, aka hack. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But if I'm buying a physical item, I should be able to download whatever it is.
If you're going physical item, okay, I'm going to go buy my Glock and I'm going to put a switch on it. It's my physical item. I'm modifying it to the way.
Well, there's other laws that you're breaking there.
But the other thing is, that's like a totally different thing. But my thing is to play devil's advocate here. Now think. If I give the ability to never modify my console, will my chances of a 0 day coming out, how much would that drop for my console? I'm giving
closing off a portion of the market of people that would want to do that and would only buy it because they want to be able to do those things, which I get.
And that's the only thing I could understand is like, I bet the amount of 0 days that come out with the Switch 2 is drastically low. Yeah. But at the same time, the hacker community is some scary shit. And those motherfuckers...
They'll find out.
No, they'll just affect a market that much. They're like, oh, you won't let me have fun? Then go fuck yourself.
There has to be... Someone's going to do a workaround of something, or it's going to mirror it where when Nintendo looks at it, it looks normal, but it says it's mirrored or something like that. There's plenty of ways. Like,
well, it's
at the same time, if we really think about it, maybe Nintendo's just playing a big ass chess game where they're like, you know what? I'm gonna say this so those weak people don't want to do it. Yeah. But let's think, dude. That community is scary. You don't think a 0 day to figure out like how to unlock your Switch 2 to prevent them from shutting your Switch down 100%. Won't be found?
100%. Also, on top of that, like when we are thinking about this, as far as like from an outside POV of like gaming and modifying, I think there is a certain elegance to the game, or a certain what is it called when you're thinking about like the originality, the like
IP.
Their IP. Yeah. There's a certain IP that they have to it, and for them to say, hey, we don't want this type of audience, or we don't want to attract this type of audience, I also think long term hurts their game, because any sort of originality or development that would happen after the fact of Roblox is only good because people went back and encoded it. If you couldn't touch or modify Minecraft, how many people would still play Minecraft without modifying?
Nintendo gives a fuck
Nintendo
about
doesn't care.
No. You think Nintendo cares about originality?
They care about they owning their IP.
Yeah, but I just mean
That's
like
it.
originality.
No,
they
not at
don't
all.
give a shit.
Every other game producer will help put on the tournaments. CS:GO is help producing all of the ESL tournaments,
Yeah.
right? Valorant helps put on the majors, right? Rocket League puts on the worlds, right? That's a part of what they do. Nintendo actively will strike down tournament organizers even at the local level.
Yeah.
You set up a local LAN for you and your homies, 20 people plus you invite a couple more, that could get shut down with Nintendo. You have to email them for permission, and even then it's hard to get.
Fun fact: Griffin and Sky actually used to have a Smash Bros team. So
Well, we had two.
JoJo.
Yeah, we had
JoJo and
we had
what's
two
the
people
dude's
that
name?
played.
hey, that's a team. 2 motherfuckers.
But
that's a
if
team.
you're Smash Bros, you're solo. It's not like you're like
Yeah.
it's not like you and me are like, yeah, let's 2v1 this guy. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a team.
Like-
if I'm tagging a homie in, that's a team.
But also shout. That's actually a throwback though because I met JoJo through Vainglory.
Vainglory.
That was like my original competitive like
oh my
teammate.
god, now I know what you guys are saying
On
by
JoJo.
Vainglory. Oh my god, yeah, I forgot
game.
about that game. Oh my god, the Super Smash Bros. Wannabe.
No, it's not.
No,
Super
it's not
Smash
Super.
Bros.
It's
I gotta show you a photo of it. It's
You
League of
do not know what
Legends.
this is.
It's like a lane in the jungle area, and that's all it is.
There's no
What
shot
the
you know what this
fuck?
is.
Then I don't know what it is.
I will show it to you. It was beautiful.
No, but
Dude,
what's that-
dude, for graphics in 2014
Yeah.
on a phone, bro? It's the most beautiful
you
game
still
you
can
can
play
play.
it, but you can open now. You have every
Someone bought it out and
single-
just killed it.
Someone bought it out, let it play, so you can download it.
Yo,
You can
my
play it.
favorite fucking show when I was a kid was I don't know what it was. It was something.
My favorite show. I don't know.
I don't know what the name of it was, but it was like this show where they took like major civilizations or like major like armies, and they would put them up against like other armies. So it would be
And
like
they would do
so it would be like
I know what you're talking about.
It would be like the samurais versus the mob.
100 Samurais
Yeah.
versus one. Yeah.
This is a Google search away. I know what you're talking about though. I watched it too.
Yo, Jakib,
They would reference.
could you search it for us?
This is
search
tuned
it?
out. Could you search up? There's a TV show when we were younger that would generate basically the
Yeah.
idea of different armies
It would
fighting each
It
other.
would simulate that.
Yeah, it was
fight
battle
100
simulation
times.
things.
It was like yeah, it was simulated 100 times.
And
then
they
it
would
come out
even
with
do the
who
test
won it.
though. So for example, if samurais were fighting knights, they would test out a samurai sword does against knight armor, and they would test out knight swords do against samurai armor, and they would even try to like generate what does more, and like based off that like how 1,000 versus 1,000 would do on
Dude,
that.
there was one, and it was like Genghis Khan's army versus the Spartans.
That's
and like,
Yep.
Oh my.
Spartan shields were the reason why they won.
Yeah.
Because they could
Yeah.
deflect Genghis Khan's arrows. And shit.
Yeah.
I remember this exact one, and they simulated
The,
with
the turtle
shields.
Yeah.
turtle
The turtle.
defense, yeah.
I'll be honest. This is
I
gonna
feel
be
like that was completely wrong, but we'll continue.
You're good. No, they won.
Really?
Play that shit back.
I'm
They
pretty
won.
sure they did
This is
too.
the one episode you just recalled. The one episode I actually remember watching with my mom. The one time I watched.
But I remember the mafia versus the gangsters, and that
Oh.
shit was a crazy episode because
The
it was
Tommy
like
gun?
Tommy guns
Yeah.
versus AKs.
Yeah, that was crazy. AK's one maybe.
No, it was the AK-47U, so the small one was
Oh,
compact one.
Pocket one. The one you
Yeah.
hold down there. No,
I
that's-
don't know if it was
yeah.
the pocket one.
Was
What-
it Deadliest Warrior?
That's it.
That's a good shout.
Hey, shout out Jacob.
But I'll be honest.
Shout out
so
Jacques.
we're talking about games. We're talking about TV. I feel like both of those we were referenced, and maybe it's just because of where we're at and what we've experienced. I feel like early 2000s and late 2010s TV shows and games were just better. Cause like
Oh, don't even get me started. The fact that
Yeah.
kids shows were Billy and Mandy, Foster Home for Imaginary Friends,
Yep.
Codename Kid Next Door, Courage
Yep.
the Cowardly Dog, Bravo was
Billy and Mandy.
Johnny Bravo was coming to its end, but it was still being played. The Flintstones were coming to their end, but they
Johnny
were still
Test?
being played. Johnny Test, yeah, he was starting.
Yeah.
Fucking
Johnny Test, what's the
Danny
ghost one?
Phantom?
Danny Phantom.
But to be
Fucking-
fair,
there
we were
was-
Cartoon
there
Network.
was
We
the-
did not watch the Disney.
There
stuff.
was the
Nickelodeon.
Powerpuff Girls were ending. The
Yeah, but what
fucking
do kids have
the
now?
fucking
They have
lab
Blue.
kid, the lab kid.
Jimmy Neutron.
Dexter's Mad Laboratory.
Jimmy Neutron too, but that was
Jimmy
a
Neutron,
Nickelodeon.
but Dexter's Mad Laboratory.
Yeah,
Fairy Godparents,
Dexter's
too.
Laboratory,
Yeah.
and then there was like
Fairy Godparents.
Fairy Godparents, and then there was that other one with the green dude. It's like Rhines or something.
Oh, I never watched that one. I know what you're talking about. I
fucking
never
loved
watched
it. I
No
forgot
clue
his
what you're
name.
talking
I forgot his name. I'm gonna have
But
The other
to
thing
love
is,
that, man.
so
but what currently kids have? They have Bluey. and it's taking over everything.
YouTube is what it is.
Coco Melon now has a spot in the Mall of America. Now has a Coco
It does have a
Melon
shop, yeah.
shop. So like, what are we going to like? I feel like the kids TV show back in the day, adults would watch and would
Those
understand
were like
references.
children shows though.
Yeah,
I mean, I was like 5 watching.
Shit, that was like children's shows.
No, dude, I watched SpongeBob. But if you watch a SpongeBob clip, some of those clips can be interpreted by adults and will have a different meaning than a kid.
That was just like how we grew up, but like at the same time, like they just reworked those. Like if you remember, Mickey Mouse back in the days was like what nowadays TV was like.
Never watched Mickey.
But
bro,
we did. What are you talking
shout
about?
out to the Mickey Mouse.
I watch Mickey Mouse all the time.
Shout out to the Mickey Mouse.
We didn't watch Mickey proper. We watched like some of the off characters.
Yeah. We didn't watch like Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Or
No, but we watched like some of the off shows.
Mickey
where
Mouse
it was like
Clubhouse was the shit.
Yeah.
Misa Musa Mickey Mouse. Who?
They make reference. Dude, so many times when other people they'll be like, "Oh, that's a Mickey reference." I'm like,
no, we didn't watch Mickey Mouse properly, but we watched like some of the characters in there had their own show. We watched some of those.
You know why Mickey Mouse Clubhouse was so lit? Because bro was so rich that his fucking house came from the ground.
Yeah. I'll be honest. The only thing that's worse about Disney is the Disney adults, which is why I hate to say like I don't like anything with Disney. And Disney bought over Star Wars too, and in my opinion, didn't do a great job with Star Wars.
You know what?
So I'm a Disney hater. It's okay.
Disney hate is okay, but shout out Disney. Ross Lynch, you the man.
I don't even know who Ross Lynch
is. Disney is so old that they're actually losing control of their characters. They already lost Steamboat Willie. They're gonna actually use the original Mickey Mouse soon too. That's how long they've been around and how dominant those characters are still using.
I have a fucking Steamboat Willie statue. Oh my god, it's like an action figure. It's actually probably the coolest thing I fucking own.
Chase is an action figure.
Is Popeye whatever? Is he free license yet or no?
Not yet. I don't.
Popeye?
He has.
Do you know how many spinach cans that motherfucker would be on?
Winnie the Pooh just became available.
That's the
Winnie's been available for a sec.
But a year and a half. Winnie the Pooh.
A long time.
Winnie the Pooh, and then what else is here coming up soon on like the free open IP?
You can Google search it, but the thing that you and me actually like, I think like formatted the way I look at even like color coding on videos or even just like the graphic tees that I like nowadays is the Justice League Unlimited series. Like the flashy colors or the Batman animated show. Do you guys watch that in the early 2000s?
Yeah. You're talking about the black and red one, the super futuristic. I'm talking about new Batman. That was sick.
No. There was an old show with like the original Joker.
I just remember the old style.
Yeah. Black
Batman.
and red, right? It was an animated series.
No, that.
It's early.
Oh, dude, that was like an early one. No, that one's not even Batman. That's a different Batman. My parents had the CDs of like the original 1970s animated Superman movies.
Oh, yeah.
And bro, that shit was so wild to watch because I'd be watching it and it's just like the fuzziest fucking thing. I touch the screen and I fucking
watching Star Wars from front to back and watching like the original pixelation of like a StarCraft blowing up and then going to the new one where it's like hyper photorealistic. It's crazy to think of how long.
Do you not remember watching this in like early 2000s?
No, I do, but look up the red.
Yeah, I do.
The Batman animated show. The same with the Justice League series. It was the same animators, like the same like production studio, and it was to me that like animating style changed the way I looked at it.
Look up the Batman that I'm talking about. I'm telling you right now.
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about Batman like rebooted or remastered, or whatever it's called. Yeah.
Since we're talking about it, did you see the Amazing World of Gumball is coming back after 8 years of shutting down?
I don't think anyone cares about that.
Oh, bro.
Bro just takes a personal dash route. He's like, whoa.
No, they don't care. But just so we know, the Amazing World of Gumball could demolish.
Are they putting it back live action, or are they doing it the original?
Live?
What the fuck is a live action Gumball?
A
live action Gumball.
That's the fucking podcast for today.
That's the podcast
for today.
Bro, they did Lilo and Stitch live action, and everyone's saying it's great.
But that was. Dude.
That was also creepy as hell. Same with Sonic. It doesn't mean it should be done.
But no, the amazing dude like Darwin and Gumball could kill any one of your favorite animated characters.
Dude, Chase loves Darwin. I've heard this name so often.
I
Yo,
still don't even know who
this
Gumball
kid-
is.
Isn't that no? That's the dude that literally shoots. That has the gumball head. Darwin is,
Yeah,
right?
you're a dumbass.
I don't
Someone
know.
show a photo of what Darwin.
I'm not
actually
trying
looks
to
like.
know either. I'm
Darwin
really
is
good
the
with
best.
this.
Darwin's goated.
I also, real quick, wanted to cap up on a couple of different things. So we have, of course, now what we're trying to do with this is a lot more IRL stuff, because also what we enjoy doing is a lot of the more in-person stuff, right? And also going back to like, yes, we met in video games, right? But what we have found now, like doing Icarus, as long as we've now done it, which is, you know, what?
I think we're tapping
Almost
on
a
it, but
year?
I don't think this audience is going to be the same as Icarus.
I don't think it will be at all. But what I'm saying though is, I think, for example, like in the
Yo,
last year,
Bumbleclat guy, if you see this, I fucking love you, bro.
Chase in the chat in Sky's live streams, every single time we'll seek out this one guy. Every time.
Bumbleclat guy, you haven't been there when I've been there, but I still remember you, bro.
He helped in my last stream.
He just goes, Mynx, question mark?
Yo,
Every time.
every time he joins chat, if you don't say, yo, Chase talks about you all the time, bro.
No, I do. I'm like,
Yeah.
wait, where's Chase at right now? And you weren't on. Yeah. But
Just let him know I love him next time.
You were saying, you were talking about.
I just think that, so moving forward, right, I think that not only do we have a bunch of, like, the similar ideas about what we want to do, because I've touched on this, but I also think that moving forward, I think that we have a group vision of stepping away from a dying gaming space into more of a IRL
creative.
and having fun with it and like trying to do more together. And I also think that, like, yes, we want to be able to do creative projects, right? Like, I think that, like, we are all very different creatives, right?
100%.
Our output is not always the same. I think having a videographer that's really passionate about what they want to do can definitely be nice to have as, like, a person that you're around, but you guys might not, what their projects are might not be something you're interested in, right? Like, that's just the way it is, right? And I think that I'm very happy with the people that we've ran into naturally, the circle that we built over time, right? But I also think that moving forward, that a lot of our interests happen to just kind of be somewhat connected. Not fully, right? But I think that they're enough connected that we kind of have, like, this group, you know,
Vision,
homologation. What's the homolog?
Homologation is like dedication to something, like a exclusive one-off edition of something.
Or it's all together. Right?
So,
it's like homogeny. Is that
Amalgamation.
homogenation?
yo,
Amalgamation. That's it.
I gotta take a piss real quick.
You're good.
What we're trying to do with the podcast is what we're trying to do with Clockwork in general. And that's, me and Griffin are weird motherfuckers. Sky, he kind of sticks to his guns, right? But
Don't know
me-
where this is going. I'm seeing it out.
You know exactly where this is going, so shut up. But me and Griffin, we respect all forms of art. All forms of art forms. Like, some things I may think is stupid, but I will tell you, Griffin probably touches every fucking hole of art that there is, and he dips his toe in it. So when it comes down to Clockwork, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to give people who do their art at the highest form in the most respectable way possible, and we're really just trying to give them a platform to be seen. We don't want to take your money. We don't want to take your art. We want to give you a platform. We want to grow our platform, showing off people and amazing people. And this isn't just like painting. This isn't just like sculpting. Well, I guess painting and sculpting is such a broad
like
statement, but
stereotypical art.
it could be your whole car build. If you think your car build is more of a art piece than an Icarus industry short, come to us, because we will present every bolt and how like deep you went into that art piece and all of that stuff. If you think your house or like a shed, if you think your yard, man, I do landscaping. I will respect your yard so much. Like, that's what we're trying to do with this. And I think that's why we're doing the podcast, because at the end of the day, maybe sometimes your art is just so straightforward that it's like, yeah, looks beautiful, but maybe
digestible.
Exactly. So like when you're talking about your car build that you think is art, maybe you took like this certain Persian from this area to make your back right passenger seat have this sort of feel, and then you took, you know, all this stuff. Tell us a story about how you thought of it. tell us a story about how you made it. It's all this stuff that we want, but at the end of the day, like, this channel it's gonna be like, we just want to show people
a host of creatives.
Exactly.
We're creating a space, a community space, which is hosting creatives and our own personalities in the way in which we interpret art and what we like about art. And I think that our brand is a representation or reflection of what we like about it. No two drops are going to be the same. No single one-off pieces are going to be the same. Everything that we design has very variety in aesthetics and feels. We touch on a lot of genres in those. And your one thing isn't just clothing. You want to do public sculptures, like graffiti. Like, there's so many genres outside of art that we also all enjoy.
To touch on two different things, I think that it's also rare as an artist to be able to look back and reflect and share your unfiltered thoughts about something. I think that artists kind of are pushed to have like a statement or why you did this. You could just do it because you thought it looked good, or you one time when you were a kid saw this random thing and you're like, yo, that's kind of sick. I want to like do it kind of like that.
Or even if your process is your art form, that's something that people look past a lot. If your process makes shit so much easier and it's convenient for you, and it's something weird that everybody won't do,
or the way that you capture it. The process could be it, but also the way you capture it could be an art form.
But also, I also think that like that is what the podcast is meant for, right? Like that's the podcast space. With also Clockwork Podcast, we just also want to do more and we just want to have fun and like hang out, right?
Yeah.
And I think that like the very different thing is like here I want to sit down and I also want to learn from people. I want to, because when you hear things or whatever, you take all this random different information and you can be inspired by the randomest thing. It's the way that someone looks at, like, for example, making a vase could inspire the way that Sky looks at a car. Like, you don't know where inspiration comes from or how it will shape, but that's the cool thing. And I also just think that there's a lot of cool people in the world that just necessarily don't have that, like, that outlet to just be free. And I want to create that. And not in just a digital space, but in an IRL space, too, eventually.
That's sick, but also...
Coders, just going to throw this out there real quick. Coders... We know what you do is art. If you feel like your website is art, show us your code. Tell us why your art is art.
One thing I want to like pivot off of that though is as well as like we like all I had such a good run, and then I had what I wanted to say, and then he said that I forgot.
It's such a valid point that it's so hard to like.
Well, my mom's literally going for computer science and combining.
That's crazy. Chaser took credit. That was crazy.
Also, like the situations, I feel like there's a lot of times where I'll tell someone a story and they'll be like, "What the fuck? Like, how did that happen?" There's so much crazy shit that happens in or around our circle that I feel like is like so entertaining, and it's like a weekly thing that happens.
No, but it's not even that. It's when you have something. Ring makers, I feel like feel this way the most. But you have a ring where you like etch this thing into it. You put like a beautiful thing on the inner band. Mm-hmm. You show somebody who doesn't give a shit about jewelry, they will make you feel like worthless garbage, bro. They'll be like, why the fuck are you showing me this metal circle?
It's the same way as like, you know, like a famous painter, for example, like Da Vinci, right? He would look at a Banksy and probably not appreciate it the same way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because art styles are so different. That's the reason why I think it's so interesting to hear from different people. Because what you appreciate might not be what I appreciate. What you appreciate is definitely probably not what I appreciate, right? There might be some things that we all go, that's sick, but you know, we're all very different. We all take art very different. So I think that's one cool thing.
So with this conversation about art, no, there are certain arts that I will tell you, me, Sky, and Griffin will come together and be like, yeah, we're not putting a platform for this. Yeah. If you are a person that just slaps your body in some paint and then slaps your body on a canvas and add
dude,
no
the paint flicking people, I want to die.
If
dude,
you add no significant value,
that's not art.
If you had no significant value or beautiful sculpture or like have a representation of why it is beautiful, and you're slapping your body on some fucking canvas, get the fuck off our podcast. Get out of our
also people that like, so there's like a lot of like art which I feel like is kind of like replicatable. The people that like puncture the hole in the gallon jug and they just spin it on a pendulum and it makes that design
spirals.
See, that shit's cool.
But
if you can,
cool.
if you gotta no. Wait.
It's like a tattoo. If it has a meaning, it's cool. If you just have a cool tattoo.
But like, if you have mastered the way you can like spin things And
Yeah,
because
I don't
like
know,
when
man.
it comes to that, like there's certain people
This is a hard
that, like,
pitch.
they understand like how they do it, and they
You can
actually like.
already see the conflict of the different art forms and what we appreciate.
But no, it's like when you look at some of them, there's actually some that actually take it serious, and they like
Zero
stop
skill.
it completely.
Stop it completely. They'll do the 3-spoke for different paints on it.
Zero skill, but they can still get a straighter line than you'll ever get with your hand.
I think
Gravity is the most consistent
Yes,
thing
bro.
Yeah.
what I am mostly excited about too is I also think that we also don't really have that often where we can just sit down and just like reflect, but also just like kind of like
Capture a moment in time.
yeah. I think it's rare that we get to we as individuals, right? Me and you will have a conversation. We'll forget that we never told him. He will lose something that's important or whatever. I think it's cool the
For
fact.
us in 10 years watching these back.
Yeah, like a snapshot in kind of time. I also think that videos kind of do that in a way too. Like,
Dude,
the fact
watch it
that-
back on my old YouTube videos.
it's
I'm
weird.
whoa.
Like, you have like a whole week that you captured working on a car. That is documented. You can watch that back at any moment.
Yep.
But I also think that like having this is kind of cool because it forces us to sit down and have conversations with us that we might not necessarily have outside of this. Yes, we talk all the time, but we wouldn't. I don't think we would. We might talk about like old school, like, you know, TV shows, probably, right? But there's no shot we're bringing up the fucking old war TV thing, you know what I mean? Or like talking about microtransactions for what, 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Like, I think that we get to have conversations that necessarily we wouldn't always have.
Yeah.
And also think having like, for example, another creative here would also be cool because that's going to force us yet again to get out of our comfort box, and they might talk to us or show us something that we necessarily want to go out and seek, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
But yeah.
Are we going to talk about why I bought a mower?
So
no, we're not
no,
talking
the
about
the first thing, well, first off, me and Chase have been going crazy today.
Jesus Christ.
Me and Chase, on God,
Yo,
Chase
I
finds
think
in.
I think we show the thrift finds at least on the pod.
You can do that. Yeah.
Show your most proud thing. Show the shirt.
All right, yeah.
Show the
Honestly,
shirt.
I
Just
feel
throw
like
the shirt.
I'm the only person who
Show
can
the shirt.
explain at this point. So
Show the
I got-
shirt.
I got
Wait,
two things.
First thing preference. Chase flies in at 1 a.m. basically. Chase and me go get food at 3 a.m. We wake up at 7 a.m. to go get breakfast. Me and Chase have been since 7 a.m. Food and shooting is the only thing we've done.
Yeah.
It is now currently 11. We've been on a absolutely diabolical run of shooting endlessly. We're not even done with some of the videos that we've shot yet.
And I'm pretty upset about it.
This is the level of dedication.
But I'm gonna. Griffin's working on some shit, so I'm gonna work on some shit.
Yeah.
And we'll give a little flavor of what this channel's gonna be, because he'll give you his thought process of his design, and I'll give you mine. But
we did
so,
a thrift store challenge.
I'm
like-
the true thrifter out of all of us. Like, I love thrifting,
Whoa.
and except for him, but only when it comes to material.
Wait,
He doesn't understand tags. He doesn't understand
That's true.
generations of
This is-
tags.
I'm gonna
this
be
is
honest.
But this
diabolical.
man will pull up a pair of pants and he'll be like, "Guess what? This
This
denim came
canvas
from
is waxed."
'63."
Yeah, he's like wax.
yeah, I will do this. Also with Jacob, right? I literally go, man, I haven't seen an Air Force in a while. The second I say that, we walk into Goodwill, never have good Air Force. We found like 4 clean pairs of Air Forces that day. For whatever reason, I just wish things in the world, and it just comes true with Goodwill. I don't know. That place just sometimes comes alive for me.
I'm just the dude who knows tags and I know brands really well. So, number one, I was having a dry ass day. I think we were to our second to last place.
5 out of 6.
And
think.
I found just this slight little red thermal, but if you check that bitch out, the Marlboro fucking thermal.
Someone smokes 200 packs for Chase
To
do
earn back the coins.
I will
he
say
gets.
they probably did smoke a diabolical amount.
Two
but
men died of lung cancer to get this fucking shirt.
all I know is the Marlboro buttons on it and
Metal
like
buttons.
everything about it is just like super fucking nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So that was the first find.
You gotta start smoking.
We're gonna move.
Dude, it makes me want to smoke, man. I look at that shit, I'm like, that shit kind of fire.
All I'm gonna say
They need to bring
is,
back the reward program.
Bro doesn't know who he's talking to. Clearly,
I need a reward program.
Bro
I'm
doesn't
telling you.
understand that I have
if you ain't
smoked
getting
cigarettes.
rebates back, bro,
Yeah,
you
if you get rebates, I don't know.
I do smoke cigarettes.
Dude, I look fire. You
Like,
look fire. You look fire one way. You look
I
fire
think
like
this guy
this, and you also
actually-
look fire.
Fire with this.
I think this guy
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
forgot who the fuck I was. So to go on what the first one is, because quite frankly, if this doesn't reiterate smoking cigarettes, I don't know what does. But affliction button up with the metal buttons.
Yeah.
So fucking peep the buttons here.
And also the layering, the stitch around
Yeah,
the
so then-
shoulders is like double stitched.
It's unique.
And then you got the back.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna explain it because this kid is kind of a know-it-all. But on the other hand, affliction, for my people that know affliction, that's a fucking
2000s
sick
type.
fucking find.
Yeah.
That's
It's a sick-
fucking-
I didn't even know the brand.
Y2K,
I don't know.
early 2000s. Yeah.
Affliction
He
is
just, by the way, said I don't know the brand.
I don't know the
He
brand.
just said-
yeah,
I don't.
affliction is like
Yeah.
the shit.
Early 2000s, like Y2K aesthetic, like everything that was like rebel back then.
Well, I'm not even gonna lie.
Britney
I'm
Spears
not
is
gonna
bad.
lie to you
No.
either.
he
This
just called it a
exact
Britney
shirt,
Spears tee, by the way. Just letting you know.
it's
that.
okay. He's
It's
clueless.
Britney Spears era,
But
right?
this shirt right here, I'm pretty sure back in the day, I saw a dude wearing this shirt with the fucking big tongue Odyssey shoes.
Or like a Sean White,
Yes,
like,
bro.
Sean White pants underneath that or some shit.
But yeah, the hate from Griffin is absolutely diabolical. That's why he had to make his own pants because he's dog shit at picking clothes. But continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, my outfit is on the actual episode, so I'm not showing it now.
They haven't even seen that the outfit.
The outfit
We'll see
will
if
be.
they
I'm
also-
saying you gotta go to the episode. You gotta go to the episode. If you want to see my outfit, you gotta go to the episode.
I like it.
You might have outed yours here. Mine, you gotta go.
I'm wearing a $8 Target tee.
This guy dead ass.
I got sent this for free. Like
This guy dead ass
2018.
thinks
Let's go, gang.
he's too hot for it. No, show your shit and tell me because I want to know why you picked your stuff.
I will explain what it is, but I won't show it. What I did is though I was trying to think of how to do cool pants, and I could not find. I wanted a multicolored pant, so I wanted the.
I don't give a shit about your pants. Tell me why the
What?
fuck you picked your tops.
I
I don't give a shit about
okay.
anything else.
Okay, some of my favorite outfits of all time is a sick jersey with a sick hoodie. So I naturally stumbled across a Travis Kelce high school jersey.
Almost said Travis Scott.
I myself, well, I was looking at your tee, bro. I can't help it. So naturally, I love black, yellow, and white. Like the Steelers, like era. I'm naturally a Vikings fan. My AFC team is the Steelers. I watched Green Bay versus the Steelers in like 2007. Troy Polamalu was my favorite player of all time.
Oh, facts.
I wanted.
Except for you, Champ Bailey. Love
I
you,
wanted,
bruh.
I wanted anyone to beat Green Bay, and since it was the Super Bowl, yes, the Steelers lost it, but I was rooting for the Steelers so hard I became a Steelers fan. So I'm a quasi Steelers fan. But naturally, the black and gold, I also just think that's
He's
cool
a
colors.
bandwagon.
My favorite colors are like all the warm colors, sitting on gold shit, anyways. But I think
That is orange.
the aesthetics,
It's a warm color.
it's warm, man.
Oh,
Red,
I thought
orange,
he
and
said
yellow.
a gold color.
No, a warm color.
Oh,
I said warm, and then
like
I also said gold. I said both, so he's outing me. But I like the defense. It wasn't valid, but I got you.
Wild.
And then, so it kind of reminds me of like a weird Steelers jersey. You know what I mean? It's like a little too white for it, but because it would be more black. But it just gave me the same colorway. And I remembered that
I feel like you're gonna be a little bit amazed with how baggy that jersey is and how
It's long.
skinny that hoodie is.
No, the
No,
jersey's
no.
long. Like it's really long.
No.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
No,
it's
no.
Gonna be
But even in
It's
the
for-
shoulders.
no, it's gonna fit good. Trust me. I tried on the jersey. It's good. It's perfect for a hoodie.
I mean,
Trust me.
we'll see again. We'll see.
I know. Okay. So that's why I picked that, and then from there I just based it all around it. I was like, colors you want, like black, yellow, and white. That's just easy. That's
You
my
can do
shit.
gray.
right
You
there.
can do black.
You can do so much
white,
shit.
you can do
But
gray.
yeah, bro didn't tell me
Cooked up from there.
we could customize stuff till the middle.
So
So I
that's
was like,
well,
I'm gonna have to really rely. You know what?
I didn't lay
You
out
know what?
rules.
Hey, I said that I was gonna talk about this during the fucking disc golf video. This man is probably the worst fucking caddy I've ever fucking had.
How's he a
Yo,
bad caddy?
So today we had a hole where it was a
Diabolical.
2-lane hole, and this man, dead ass, told me,
Video
"Yo,
no proof.
go
Video no
straight.
proof.
If the hole is straight down this path."
Where's the
And
video?
like it's there.
Where's
he
the
said,
video?
Go straight down this path,
The card
and
corrupted.
like you will get to the fucking pin. And I was like, okay, bet. So I chucked down the path. Great throw. I'm in the middle of the path, so I go, okay, bet. Do I keep going or do I throw over? Because he just threw over, and he goes, no, you can keep going. And
I'm
I
not gonna
go,
lie, this makes me
and
look
I-
bad. This makes me look
and
bad.
I look
I'm
at
not
him.
gonna lie.
No, and I look at him and I say, "Are you sure there's a tee box at the end of this? So that's really making me
I was
not
like,
feel
yeah. I
good."
go,
And he
yeah, it's like
literally
a
goes,
pin.
"I swear to God, it just turns around the left."
I say
corner."
both ways. I say you go left or right, but it bends in the middle and things on the
And
other
I
side.
said, "All right,
I
bet."
believed it, to be fair.
I
I didn't
huck
purposely
it
debate.
again. I am now about 70
Yards
70
past
yards
it.
past the hole.
Bro does a Hail Mary pass.
Bro, straight
Bro,
up.
I-
And guess what's in front of me to the pin?
The-
Just trees.
Bro, I felt guilty. I'm not gonna lie.
I shot,
It is what it is.
dude, because
Who
I
won?
was
Who won?
no. I was wiping him
I lost.
all game.
You lost.
I was actually coming back. I was coming back
I started
to break
terrible.
because I didn't want to end with double digits.
Mm.
I wanted to end with
Yeah.
9 or 8, and I was on the way to get back with 9 or 8 because this was
You
gonna
guys
carry the
filmed one or
momentum.
two?
We
Just
filmed
one.
one challenge, just an 18-hole me versus Chase.
But
Oh.
it was gonna like continue the momentum throughout the rest of the game.
Mm.
Bro, he told me that,
I
and I
didn't do it.
realized it.
You're acting like you're
Ruined the rest of the game.
You can't trust shit he said
he
now.
barely lost with like 3 strokes on me,
It
but
wasn't on
it
purpose.
shouldn't have even been that
His
close.
wins against me, I felt the same way about. Yeah,
The fuck is this?
You're a liar.
No, I'm being
No, I
sincere.
barely beat this guy 4-0, okay? It's exactly, you run me in CSGO, I beat you. I run you in Apex, I beat you. If I run you in Smash, I beat you. There's no other game that you can beat me in. IRL or
Dude,
video
there
game.
has to be a
I
game
put my
like
foot on that. What's a game that you could beat me in?
Warframe.
No shot. PvP and Warframe, no shot.
Yeah.
Yo, not gonna lie, and this is being just straight up honest.
Yeah.
Rhino Prime.
If I ran a tournament on who could hit the most amount of trick shots in CS,
Yeah.
Sky's winning.
Only on trick shots though. If we did
Sky's
KD,
winning.
we did
KD, you're winning.
I
But
get
Sky,
I get a higher
trick
clip
shots?
chance 'cause I go for more clips. I have a higher clip chance because I go. For
And
more
I'm not
clips.
gonna lie, it's quality of trick shot.
Yeah.
Hey, pull up the fucking trick shot where Griffin does a 360 and his mouse stops 3 times in the 360.
I have low sensitivity.
Wait.
I'm a gamer. I can't help it. I'm a gamer.
Train that where you wallbang no scope into a site. I have that clip where I hit it, and I have like 4 like 360 no scopes that were seamless while movement. So I would have to say I only
Yo,
play trick
I have the
shots.
highest viewed clips on the channel.
That is true. He does have that.
I literally don't give a shit. He can't 360 worth shit.
I 360'd off a Polaris.
Hey, check
Police
out that
or whatever.
Mirage.
Pause
Check
it.
out that Mirage video. Check out that Mirage video where he 360s from cat
Is
down
it
to
breathe?
lower
His
tons.
His mouse keeps breathing.
Bro,
Is it?
Bro's,
it's
bro's
not
hand
breathe.
looks
What
like
is
Tommy
it?
Jerry's
It's not
legs.
breathe. It's one of the ones that just came out.
it literally bro, you
I'll
can
find
low-key
it. I'll
he
find it.
turns it down, but you can hear his mouse slap the desk.
Yeah.
It's like but he turned it all the
Yeah.
way down.
His movement of his hand looks like Tommy Jerry leg spinning. Like,
And the funny part is you cannot see his hand.
It's the breathe montage if you want to.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's embarrassing. It is what it is.
Hey, it was a 360 though. 360 no scope, so suck his wing.
It's still a good shot.
Hey, you guys cannot hit 17,000 rated in Premiere.
Yeah, and you can't hit a 3K through a fucking wall on Inferno Banana, so.
Did not need to say that.
It's easier to hit clips if they're 3,000 rated. It's
Either way.
harder to hit clips if they're 17,000 rated.
That is true, guys. And you know, hey, positive KD.
Not
is
really.
all that matters.
If they're good players, you kind of know where
You
they're
can
playing
kind of predict a
better.
little bit better, but the only issue is that you don't have like the forgiveness of their reaction time to make up for it. I can't
Run
hit a
this
360
back.
no scope and then miss 2 bullets past.
Run
me.
this
Very
back
true.
still.
Or that
I still
XM
like.
clip where the
Very
dude
true,
shoots
but
around
my
you like
point,
Matrix.
was hitting literally wall bangs
Yeah.
3 times in a row.
My point though is run this back yet again. Me and Scott 1v1 in any game.
I'm
1v1.
telling you right now.
Not trick shot. We're not subsection.
you know, I'm the
CS:GO
trick shot
1v1.
guy. I'm the
You
trick
run
shot guy.
CS:GO 1v1s.
Yeah.
Who's winning?
Yo,
I'm
you
just
play
saying.
anytime.
So, time out. Because he lost in one thing, he had to
He's
stroke
wearing
his
a-
ego.
I'm
With
better
the
at everything
no,
else.
no, with the thing I
Lord,
told him
God
he
bless.
won in.
Hey, God bless.
Yeah. He was like, bro,
God forbid this dude.
God gifted gamer.
No,
man.
God forbid this dude fucking run boosts me mid on Mirage.
Bro.
Like, God forbid.
bro looks
Especially
over.
in a good way. Like,
Wait,
he
so
always
you-
misses
wait,
the
you
fucking
beat
run
him.
boost.
You beat him. He looks over at me. He's like, 4-0'd you in frisbee and better than you at every game.
I just had to roll you real quick. I was feeling dog, you know. I gotta give a little dog out, you know. That's it.
What am I gonna
Yo,
slap?
keep that fucking disc golf video because hopefully he comes out with it before this. But nah, he literally the rest of the fucking
Really?
video he
Yeah.
kept going.
Nice.
Yeah, nah, I did that just so I could have a chance of coming back.
It was
I
a
was
joke.
like, what the fuck?
It was a joke. Never once it was. I literally thought that they merged. My brain blanked.
Jacob, what are your thoughts?
We've been to that course one time before.
Was he
in the
joking?
sky.
Was he joking?
He was dead ass.
No, my suggestion was
Ja-
dead ass. My
Ja-
suggestion.
Hey, fuck.
So
me
what
for
did you do
trying
today, Sky?
Is that a genuine question? What
Yeah.
I did today?
So me and Chase were filming, you know, grinding for Clockwork. So what did you do today?
I sold.
Peep the passive aggressiveness.
Yeah, so I sold my homie the Kia, which is Griffin's hand-me-downs, which was hand-me-downs to me, which I handed down.
It's
to
just the daily.
our friend who's now just starting to drive.
Keep the passive aggressiveness.
He needed like a reliable car, and we had this Kia that's like relatively affordable. It has hail damage, it runs and drives, but it's like clearly an entry car, right? Don't get me wrong. So I took this car, the payment from it, and I'm like, what could I build for less than $1,000? That'd be cool. And I always wanted a go-kart. And do you guys know how much go-karts cost? Like build like a pre-assembled
I've
go-kart?
never looked up the GoPro.
It's the
market.
$2,500.
Hate to say it, what you're about to say is the only way I've ever thought of getting something to ride.
Yeah, legitimately. So
Yeah.
I was like so I saw this movie. There was like this like F1 movie, but it's not the new F1 one. But the dude does karting, and I was like, dude, karting looks so sick.
Yeah, I
I want to
rewatched
do
it,
karting.
yeah.
Oh, it's the Gran Turismo movie. He
Yeah,
starts in
yeah.
karting, and I'm like, yo, I want to get a kart. So I was looking at the barrier of entry for getting the motor, the chassis, and like building your own cart. It's easily $2,000, and if you get someone else's, you have no clue what like gremlins are there. So I saw this clip, and we're Midwestern as fuck. I saw this clip of this dude doing mud racing with a lawnmower tractor.
Yeah.
And in the back of my head, I went to Facebook Marketplace. Now, a year and a half later, and I saw a riding lawnmower, and I was like, let me see if you can drift these. And there's a guy on YouTube. It's lawnmower
Shout out.
something. Dude has
John Deere lawnmower. It's green.
Yeah.
You've probably seen it.
Dude has like
Clips are
20 million, 18 million views on all of his videos. And I even said in my video, I'm inspired by this dude. He's also based on the Midwest because he hangs out with Sea Boys and he hangs out with Nate Hamilton Collection. Yeah. But I'm like, how sick would it be to do it? I did research. His lawnmower has 8 horsepower, and that thing rips. So
It's sucked, yeah.
I was like, what if I buy a newer one, not a piece of shit 1980, 1990 one? What if I buy like a 2008 one with 19 horsepower and try to make it a drifting car?
Plus it's turbo, dude.
It's turboed. So turboed, like 2-cylinder.
We need to hear the...
I do
We
gotta,
need to hear
what is it called? Like the gate?
The
The
blow-off
amount of
valve. You
people,
need a blow-off valve.
the amount of people that are like, just get a water pressure engine and
Yeah.
then just fucking
Swap
weld a
it.
frame.
Yeah, like you could do that, but I think having the fact that it's a lawnmower on the front of it also looks really sick. So I bought a lawnmower for 19 horsepower, almost brand new motor, like literally brand new motor for $500. I'm gonna try to do a under $1,000 drift cart build with it. I already today bought it, painted a portion of it, took off the thing that made it a little lawnmower, the whole mower section, the blade section, completely removed, and I've already pulled off all the pulleys of it. So I'm ready to like go into this thing. I want to see how like quick of a turn.
Are you doing this? Is this like a 48-hour challenge? What are we?
No,
Are you
what is
taking
this?
the governor off?
Everything's off of it. No, the governor's on the inside of the actual engine. I haven't. I have the plate on the engine still. I'm gonna take that off.
Yeah,
They say don't take off the governor because I'll throw a rod. That's what they say. But they just said adjust the pulleys.
Does it affect timing?
No, I have to adjust pulleys.
That must just be those because
'Cause-
I know if you get a fucking lawn like those like pole lawn mower motors,
Yeah.
bro. If you take the governor off them bitches, you can rip them.
Well, the issue is that the pulley, only 2 horsepower out of the 19 horsepower goes to the wheels, and the rest of the 17 horsepower
blade.
goes to the blade.
Yep.
So instead, I'm turning all of the power of both of them just
but
into
you
the
can just
wheels.
rewire it.
It's
It's not a wire. It's a pulley
No,
system.
but I just mean like you can do it with pulleys, but you could also just rewire it so then it all just goes to the wheels.
It's gearing.
It's
That's like
literally the pulley
saying
assembly.
oh, my car's kind of slow. Like a manual car's really slow at first. No, dude, you got to shift up. Like there's more gears there.
So I gotta size the pulley down. I gotta move the other pulley bigger. It's like swapping two pulleys.
Yeah.
So there's two gearboxes in it, is what you're saying.
No, there's the gearbox and there's the engine, but the pulley assembly that goes off of the engine.
There's two outputs.
It's a big pulley, and I need to size it down so that when it makes one spin around, it has way more effect on that.
And
pulley.
you have to use both outputs.
I'm only using one output. I'm turning the two into one.
Yeah, he's turning the two. Yeah,
that's what I was saying.
I can't rewire though. I can't like keep the other pulley system. I have to just convince it that it's one.
So you're basically doing a drift kart for under K.
Yeah, but when I built this car, by the way, I legitimately
Car is questionable.
I sit in it.
It doesn't have a license.
I have a bill of sale.
I'll tell you right now.
That's not a car.
I'll tell you right now. That's more of a That's more of a motorcycle.
Dude, that's Microsoft Word. What, dude got a bill of sale that's Microsoft Word.
This dude had me sign his copy and my copy.
Dude, wait, the picture. Wait. I'm not gonna show the picture. Wait, I'm not gonna show too much.
They can see it.
No, because it has his legal name and address
and phone number.
Wait, I'm not gonna show
you
this
right now.
No. He printed the screenshot of the mower has the scroll bar, has the scroll thing from the screenshot it was taken from.
Yeah. No, this dude it was a grandpa, his kid, and his grandson. The grandpa was very passionate about his mower. He loved this mower with a passion. Here, hand it over.
Just don't show it to Cam now.
They bought.
This guy just kept showing it again.
They bought a bigger one from the 50. They had a 42-inch blade, which this has. They converted it to they have a newer one that's a 50 blade.
So what are you doing with the blade?
The blade is brand new. It is sitting in my yard.
Attached to the bottom of the Mustang.
For what? What am I gonna know with the bottom?
You know what you do? You take the Mustang and you mow like a field with it. That's a fire YouTube video. Mowing grass with my Mustang.
No, I'm not doing that.
Dude, that's some next level
Bro,
shit.
I can barely even.
Dude,
K-Truck. Shout out Rick Ross.
K-Truck mower.
Yeah.
Shout out Rick Ross.
What?
Bro's
he
mower
loves
is
his mowers.
priced.
Yeah.
No, not even loves mowers. But have you seen his mower?
Bro, it's a $22,000 blue and white, and he has a green and purple one. That's insane looking.
Nah, but the blue and
the
white
rims
one.
are 22.
Rick Ross
blue and white
identity from a fucking inmate. I'm not gonna listen to this guy.
He has a $22,000.
I didn't really ask for your opinion, but on the other hand, you're talking to a dude who's talking about mowers, so shut the fuck up and listen. How about
on
that?
his mower, he has
But the
22
22s?
rims. Yeah.
You're forever going to hurt your back. You're not going to be able to play with your kids like that.
Hey.
That's a crazy throwback.
So,
It's alright.
anyways, I picked up a mower, and I'm really gonna enjoy this. And I have a feeling once I do this, it's been done on YouTube before, but I have a feeling that I think a couple of our friends might follow suit because it is so affordable.
Who's gonna fucking do a mower?
I could see Jacob building one.
Wait, where the fuck is Jacob gonna drive this fucking mower?
Chase
mower
go
kart.
I'm surprised.
Where were you driving this mower go
That's what
kart?
I'm saying.
No, Chase would be the only person that would do this.
Bro, anytime you want to pull up and
Why'd
I'll
he say that?
No, the squad needs fucking
No,
motorcycles.
why the fuck did he just say that in the most disrespectful way?
You love
Chase is the only. Shut the. What the fuck?
You love go-karts, you love mowers.
Yo, golf cart, I would pimp the fuck out of a golf cart.
Dude. Give me custom.
You know what the squad needs?
Sound system.
The whole squad needs this. The whole squad needs to get motorcycles and their license.
No, we gotta get pit bikes.
No, motorcycles and your licenses.
Pit
Dude,
bikes.
if we mob on pit
Just
bikes,
get a
it'll be 10x
license.
funner.
Just
Pit
get a
bikes.
license. Get a motorcycle license.
No.
I agree, but I think we should get pit bikes though.
So my whole train of thought on this is
I'm gonna get a pit bike and then a Honda Grom, the
Yeah.
Miatas of the bike community.
really-
I had one for years.
Bro, but the whole thing is like with where I'm
You
at,
grow out of them.
I could have bought a bike, right? So I
don't think I want to go faster.
Yeah.
You're suicidal.
I told Scott.
No, see,
whoa. I'm not.
What?
I told Scott. Motorcycles. I give everyone this. I tell everyone.
Whoa.
I am very careful about motorcycles, and I am very cautious when I'm talking to motorcycles about other people. Sky knows this. I hate going fast.
Yeah.
I will corner at low speeds, but I will not go fast.
Yeah.
Grom to me was not quick enough. The Grom to me was just like when you wheelie and stuff like that, like at low speeds. We're not talking like 60 mile an hour. We're talking like 20, right? 15.
Yeah.
It just doesn't have the. It just doesn't have the
wheeling
factor.
at low speeds.
Yes.
All right, next conversation, bro.
Whoa. Let me see. So what I like about the bikes, right, is the nimbleness. The Grom because of the way that the Grom is built, it's great for going from point A to B at 40 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
What the Grom is not great at is having some of that more cornering, some of the more like agile experiences.
Did I not just say the Miata of bikes? That's why I'm lying.
The Miata though, you can hit some corners.
Yeah, it's true. You can
The
max
Grom?
out, but the Grom you can also max
The
out.
Grom is a Honda Civic. A Duke 250
Whoa.
is
Whoa.
a Miata.
Whoa.
Other way around.
Whoa.
Other way around.
You just call the Grom a Honda Civic. Now think of the potential a Honda Civic has.
Yeah.
Like,
You did it the other way
whoa.
around. A Miata is a Grom. The
KTM is not a
KTM is a Honda Civic. Honda Civic can run low sevens.
Which Honda Civics are we talking about? 2023? If so,
All I know is a Grom,
You
you're not
can't.
throwing a fucking 2JZ engine in,
Yeah.
if you know what I'm saying. Like, there's no way you're throwing a fucking big ass engine
I'll
in
be
a
real.
Grom.
I'll be real.
Dude, actually, first of all, people will throw like 390cc engines in those fucking
In a
things.
Yeah,
Grom?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, but is that like...
Subframe swap. Yeah,
That's
it's
not
super
even
easy.
like a 2JZ comparison, though. Like, a 2JZ is like...
It's equivalent.
That bike went
Is
from
it?
Because you're going like 3x the size, which is about 3x the horsepower.
True.
well, the bike went from like
Sorry.
8 to 10 horsepower to like
so you're
easily.
so you're
fucking
saying
40.
you can put a cruiser engine in...
Oh,
No.
not cruiser. No, so naked bikes.
Because that's what I really consider what a fucking... Like, throwing a
We're not talking about
J's...
boss hog.
No,
We're
they're
not
talking about
some-
putting like a 700 smaller CC. In
like
the
a
same
crotch
frame.
rocket. You know, crotch rockets have those really powerful engines, but they're smaller like engines.
Yeah.
It's one of those.
People
ones.
put those into Groms.
Single stroke. It's a single stroke, single cylinder,
motherfuckers-
like 400 cc.
I
Yeah.
still consider those bitches cruisers. Because guess what? You're
They're
not...
not a cruiser. Just because you go from point A to B
I'm
doesn't mean you're
talking
cruising.
cruiser. I'm talking
No,
cruiser is
no,
my
just
Yamaha,
because
my-
you can go 200 doesn't mean you have to.
But
Yeah,
a Duke
so-
tops out. A Duke tops. The bike that I want to get
Tops
is
out
a
80.
390. Is a 390 Duke, right?
Yeah.
The only reason why I think that it's better is because at a Grom you're full speed going 55. I want to at least be able to go on like the cruising roads
Yeah.
and not fucking max RPM. The nice thing about a bike, right, is being able to have the nice difference. You don't want to have a 1200cc bike, otherwise
Revving
you
at 8K.
otherwise you were max revving all the
Yeah.
time, right? But also at a really low bike, then you're also max RPMs at the low end. So you want like a nice in between where you can get zippy on the low end
Yeah.
and you can still rev a little bit at the high
I feel
end.
you, yeah.
So that's why the 390 is perfect.
So-
Dukes still are great learning bike. I say get a Duke, trust me. But I say get a
Dude, I'm
Duke,
not
sell it
getting
in
a
3
Duke.
years.
No,
No, I'm saying a
getting
Grom.
a
love a
No, I
Grom.
meant I said Duke. I
Dude,
meant
no,
Grom.
I'm telling you
You
right
turn
now.
it on. There's
I'm
no
getting a
hassle.
pit.
It's
I'm
on.
getting a pit.
Get a pit, dude. Get a pit. If you do a pit, I'll have
Because
Jacob, are you
if
down
we
for
want to
pits?
talk about...
Are you feeling a pit?
I would get a pit for that, dude. I already have a lawnmower. I'll just drift to my lawnmower.
What's wrong with a pit?
Nothing's wrong with it, man.
Yeah, this kid just wants to
I
kill
just want a
himself
Duke.
on a fucking...
Bro,
Sky wants to kill himself on a bike.
I bought a lawnmower. But the whole thing of why you like a bike isn't because you like it from going from point A to B, or even the looks of it. It's because you like what you can do on it, or
Yeah,
what it's capable
it's a
of.
different feeling.
Yeah.
Sky,
on a bike,
Sky loves
you're
just
open.
cruising, hair in the wind.
Dude.
Griffin's like, let me almost kill myself, but tell Sky he's the one
At
who's
15 miles an
suicidal.
hour, I'm gonna kill myself.
Bro, well, I took
You
the Yamaha-
can.
Yeah, 100%. Dude, I took
People
the Yamaha-
die on golf carts at 5 miles per
I
hour.
took, by the way, so I took the
I'm not
Virago.
70 with my fucking.
These are
third
like
wife out on
I
a
took-
these are
golf
young
So I took my
kids.
Virago out. I took it out 5 times when I lived in the apartment building, and I would go around all the golf courses because there's long
That's still
stretches
500
of road.
pounds.
Wait,
Bike
dude, there's
is-
long stretches of road where you go 50 miles per hour, and it's along
Yeah,
the golf course
yeah.
because there's no other crossing roads. So there's no chance of me getting T-boned and getting killed, right? It's a very low chance. Dude, driving
Griffin
the thing
says
around,
open parking
amazing.
lot in the back of a Target where it's really not
that's
that
my
open.
spot. That's my spot. That's my diggity jams.
And,
No.
and that, guys, is the Clock Tower first episode. We will be back on these pretty regularly now, right? Not bi-weekly, not even
Just
weekly.
shut down. He's like, I'm gonna get
We're-
sacked. We're gonna switch this up.
I'm ending this. This has been too much of a tag.
Oh, I'm gonna
The
say.
Griffin roast. I'm in the middle, so I feel like you guys are just both tagging me. Is what I
Hey,
feel like.
just so
happens.
we know, he demanded to be in the middle, so
He
let's
did.
not get
No,
to
this
it.
is my chair, though. This is my chair.
Yeah, but
Hey,
yeah.
chat, can we get a shut the fuck up Griffin in the chat?
You guys are at my place. Mikasa is not always Sukasa.
Alright,
Though
next,
that is Sukasa.
next time we do
This
the
is not.
podcast outside just because I'm that petty.
Yeah.
On God. Dude, we do a road trip podcast. We do it in the car.
Dude,
the whole
inside the
time.
car. Dude, I actually threw out this idea back in the day where I said,
Nah,
that we
bro,
would
the
drive.
internet would hate to see what I do while driving.
No, you wouldn't be you
No,
wouldn't be
no.
driving.
No, but dude, I thought about
Road
doing
trip? You watch your.
No, we're
take
talking like an
turns.
hour
Yeah.
drive somewhere.
You go to a cool destination, you film
Yeah.
the process of it, you
Yeah.
get to talk in the process. I like it, but the only issue is like having that dialogue in the cars gets interrupted quite a bit.
Either way, this conversation will continue off camera. If you guys like, please comment, subscribe, and throw us anything else you guys want us to maybe chat about in the future. We might talk about it, maybe not. And we'll be doing a lot more content here. We've been posting pretty consistently for at least the last 3 months.
Yeah, multiple times.
Shorts, long form, and we'll eventually be doing live streams. We got a lot more IRL content coming out.
What do they want on the
Disc
channel?
golf challenges. Yeah, we need people to invite though onto this podcast.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fucking invite LeBron like that. You know, you got to throw something out.
I will
realistic,
invite LeBron, trust me.
bruh. And that guy's gonna get ready because that's his 8,000th message in the last year. About
Nah,
fucking
LeBron,
join this. Join,
LeBron,
dude, I
shout
got
out
this
to you,
podcast.
I got this up and coming podcast. You should really join.
It's got 140 subscribers.
No, but on a real note, D Wade, please hit me back.
I also think that Chase is fucking losing it, guys. I'm
Chasing, like, you know what I mean?
chasing the chins.
Chasing all the chins.
I'm gonna fucking pass away.